Will lawsuits against Trump's new Department of Government Efficiency create a legal tsunami that derails his second term before it even begins? As he steps back into the White House, the former president faces a wave of legal challenges that could significantly impact his ambitious agenda right from the start. As Donald Trump steps back into the White House as the 47th President of the United States, he is immediately met with a storm of legal challenges that could define his second term. Just moments after taking the oath of office on January 20th, 2025, a series of lawsuits began to emerge, targeting his newly established Department of Government Efficiency, commonly known as DOGE. This initiative, led by tech billionaire Elon Musk and businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, is already under fire from various advocacy groups and watchdog organizations. The timing of these lawsuits is significant, as Trump delivers his inaugural address, outlining his vision for a more efficient government and promising to cut wasteful spending. Critics are poised to challenge every move he makes. The legal actions against DOGE highlight deep concerns about transparency and accountability in government operations, issues that have been at the forefront of political discourse in recent years. One of the most prominent lawsuits comes from Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, commonly known as CREW. This organization has filed a suit aimed at halting DOGE's operations until it complies with federal law. CREW argues that DOGE is not an official government agency, but rather an informal initiative that could wield considerable influence over federal policy without proper oversight. This raises critical questions about who is making decisions and how those decisions are being made. The lawsuit emphasizes that DOGE's structure allows private individuals to engage in government decision-making without public access or scrutiny. In a statement, a spokesperson for CREW said, "We cannot allow private interests to dictate public policy without accountability. Transparency is essential for any functioning democracy." This sentiment resonates with many Americans concerned about the influence of wealthy individuals in government. Adding to the chorus of dissent is the National Security Councilors, a public interest law firm that has also filed a lawsuit against DOGE. They argue that the initiative violates the Federal Advisory Committee Act by permitting private individuals to participate in government decision-making without public access. Their concerns center around transparency and accountability, emphasizing that advisory committees must be open to scrutiny from the public and Congress. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe for all the updates you need. Let's continue. An attorney in this case stated, "Laws have meaning, workers have rights, and real reform requires real accountability." This perspective underscores a growing frustration among many Americans who feel voices are not being heard in the political process. The fear is that initiatives like DOGE could lead to decisions being made behind closed doors, far removed from public oversight. The American Federation of Government Employees, or AFGE, which represents thousands of federal employees, has also joined the legal battle against DOGE. Their lawsuit highlights concerns about how DOGE's cost-cutting measures could adversely affect workers' rights and job security. The AFGE argues that DOGE lacks ideological balance and transparency, key components mandated by law. In their lawsuit, the AFGE asserts that Trump's initiative could lead to significant layoffs and cuts in essential services without proper justification or input from affected employees. The union's president remarked, "We must ensure that any efforts to improve efficiency do not come at the expense of hard-working Americans who serve our country." This statement reflects a broader anxiety among federal workers about job security in an administration known for its aggressive approach to budget cuts. Compounding these legal challenges is a separate lawsuit filed by the Center for Biological Diversity. This organization seeks access to records related to DOGE's operations, particularly those involving Musk and Ramaswamy. Kieran Suckling, executive director of the Center for Biological Diversity, has expressed concerns about potential conflicts of interest arising from Musk's dual role as both a business leader and an advisor within DOGE. Suckling stated, "We know Musk is bullying civil servants, but who knows what sweetheart deals he's making behind the scenes." His comments highlight fears that corporate interests may overshadow public welfare if initiatives like DOGE are allowed to operate without adequate oversight. Doge was conceived to streamline government operations and eliminate wasteful spending. However, its unconventional structure, operating outside traditional government frameworks, has raised alarms among critics who argue it undermines democratic processes. Trump's choice of leaders for this initiative, Musk and Ramaswamy, adds another layer of scrutiny given their controversial business backgrounds. Musk, known for his bold business ventures and sometimes erratic behavior on social media, brings both innovation and unpredictability to the table. His involvement raises questions about whether he can effectively navigate the complexities of government bureaucracy while pursuing profit-driven agendas. Ramaswamy, meanwhile, has positioned himself as a champion of free market principles, but faces criticism for his ties to corporate interests. The implications for Trump's administration are profound. These lawsuits represent not only legal challenges but also political ones. As Trump attempts to implement his agenda, he faces a complex web of legal hurdles that could impede his ability to deliver on promises related to government efficiency. As we follow this story closely, it's essential to consider how these legal challenges will evolve. Will these lawsuits succeed in halting Doge's initiatives, or will Trump find ways to navigate through these challenges? The answers remain uncertain as both sides prepare for what could be a lengthy legal battle. The broader implications of these developments extend beyond just Trump's presidency. They touch upon fundamental questions about governance in America today. As citizens become increasingly aware of how corporate interest can influence public policy, there is a growing demand for reforms aimed at enhancing transparency and accountability within government institutions. With all eyes on Washington, D.C., one thing is clear: this legal tsunami surrounding Doge will be closely monitored by supporters and critics as it unfolds in real time. How this situation develops will undoubtedly shape not just Trump's presidency, but also conversations about accountability and transparency in government moving forward. As we navigate through these critical issues together, your insights matter. What do you think about the establishment of Doge? Do you believe it can operate effectively without proper oversight? Will these lawsuits change how our government functions? These questions are vital as we explore how current events shape the political landscape. If you find this video insightful and engaging, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.